and steal one of the bounty runes potentially, but Milan and 3-3 have already made their way over there pretty quickly. Skitter and Fata are going to get one up top. So 2 for 2. Pounce coming. Oh, 3 for 1 actually. Milan does get forced away to his tier 1, but very good start there for Mudgolems. 3 bounty runes and the first blood. And it's a good start for this bottom lane in particular, the one that you said you wanted to be paying attention to. Like 3-3 having the first blood and the bounty runes going into his pockets. Really nice for his double null start.
Yeah, it's so much damage, and not just about damage, it's also about the mana regeneration, which this hero really needs if you want to be constantly spamming the spells. You use Lightning Storm, you still don't get the last hit. That kind of feels bad.
Should be able to secure the range creep with it though, which he does. So Milan 3-3 down there, Seneko and Dream trying to face off against them. In that mid lane, Supreme against FN.
Yeah.
Morphling against Invoker. Already being chipped away at by tornadoes and seem to be cold snaps and EMPs. But both of these heroes, they feel unkillable. Especially when Morphling hits level 3.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see a kill. Supreme should always be able to get the morph off, even though he's a hero that loves to play on low HP, so you can get surprised by Tornado. It's still very low damage.
Milan chasing 2 couriers down bottom. And Seneko wants a high five, but he's not getting it. And that 1v1 does leave the Slark alone against the Leshrac, which is not really where he wants to be. Seneko going to try and drag that wave back a little bit, get a pull across, but Milan blocks him, stops him in his tracks. Now with a bit of calm down there, we can look up towards top. Tide facing off against Skitter and Fata on that Sven and Enchantress. All Day is going to get stunned up now though. That Harpy was spamming out lightning on him, and well, he's under tower, so he's fine, while Emergence Tiny can come and soak up a few of the CS and experience.
Yeah, he's only level 1. If he's level 2, they might go for a toss-back play under the tower. So once again, we might see like a very slow laning stage with only a couple of kills.
It definitely feels that way. Fata, interesting. I think he was trying to pull but missed out on it. Immersion just rolling around with his taunt. Pretty hard here for Fata to get a good position and find some good pulls. Tiny with the boots, always going to be able to catch up to you. It looks like Fata's going to wait to stack. While down bottom, Dream, yet again dropping a little bit low on the old HP. Spammed out by the lightnings, but Seneco's there with a salve. Still,
it's a lot of harassment. Like, they can get a kill. 4 live to win. Slark is already level 3, so has a pounce and has a dark pact. Seneko using purification to try to get a last hit, doesn't get it. It's super costly, 80 mana. It's not like you have unlimited mana on this hero. Needs to pop the clarity.
Yeah, you've only got like 3.5 heals. Can't do too much with that.
Wow. Leshrac really wants to dominate the lane. Triple null. Wow.
Congratis, you can buy Null Talus. Not in the mid lane though. Does keep spamming out that lightning storm. It's getting annoying for Dream. And again, a roll from Milan, stopping Seneko from doing any more pulls. So they're keeping the lane kind of where they want it. Pushing onto that tower and making sure that Dream has to fight for every CS. While up towards top, they do have the chain stuns on all day. Stormhammer into the Centaur, but Tiny, the immersion man, comes in. Good avalanche and the toss back and the final imp of the shot, not enough to find Afterlife. So he salves and he's got that Ring of Regen ticking too. And you're right, looks like he's going to go for the pipe. Ring of Health is queued up, so...
might be Meteor Hammer. He might still swap things around. Something that the Tide Hunters love to rush. This casual Ring of Regen is just for the lane. Oh, he's getting very close to that. 20 gold. Can they kill him? Nah, they don't have enough damage.
No, they can't. And then bottom lane, Milan diving under tower. Dream not going to be able to follow through on anything. And 3-3 with the clarity going. 2-0-2 build for him. Really is making Dream's life a living hell. But Got raindrops on the slug, so he's at least able to mitigate some of the damage coming his way. Pinging out on the slug, trying to force him to pounce or something. As up on top, again a stun landing, immersion. Once more, just Avalanche and trying to run away, but Skitter's popped the war cry and sprinting forward, trying to spill the blood of Tiny. Does get the second kill of the game up for them.
And Fata will get that bounty rune, so that's 1, 2, 3. Wow, I think they picked up 6 out of 8 bounties.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's 3 and 3. And how's that mid lane? Not peeked in there for a while. Invoker 29 and 11. Morphling at 20 and 10. Bit of a backstab though. And FN's Courier sniped away. And FN does have that urn. It would be nice to get some charges on it. Kind of difficult from the mid lane. Supreme just keeps waveforming into the creep wave, shoving it out, then he can fall back to farm up some jungle camps. As the top rune spawn, guarded by Fata. DD for Morphling now. That's a wonderful little grab.
We'll refill the bottle, and I mean, it can still get dispelled by Invoker, so not that big of a deal. And yeah, Tidehunter will go for the Meteor Hammer instead, just some more tower damage. They're a bit limited on stuns, and the setup for it, like the best they have is Tornado.
3-3. Toss back into tower, and there's FN's rotation. He wants the urn charges, and he'll find one here while he's slaying Leshrac. Killed off under that tier 1. Nice little move from 4 different heroes. Then Seneko comes into mid, try and soak up some of the experience that's been left for him by the Invoker. Supreme with the help of Milan, trying to chase Seneko, but even with just a Windlace, he's able to actually skip away. 2 seconds till Tornado impedes up. FN thinking about going for it, getting a few whacks of the DD Morphling though. And then up at top, Afterlife. Is he going to die here? The Hellbear claps him, slows him down. He doesn't have boots, but 8-1 charges and another anchor smash. But he's been body blocked in. Oh, no, he hasn't. Fat doesn't get in front of him. Slows with the enchant. Sven will go in with the god strength. Can't get the toss. Immersion can't save the day.
Invoker did not have a TP ready. If he has a TP, that's easy 2 kills. With the Tornado and the already earned charge, yeah, I mean, they're still going to get the kill.
The big one as well on that Skitter Sven. Seneko does lose his courier though. Sven did finish off Mask of Madness, so the death not mattering a massive amount. They're also going to get the stun onto the slug, but missing the roll. Level 6 slug. Pulse numbers going from 3-3. Pops the Shadow Dance, leaps away with a pounce, and he's safe and sound.
Sometimes the best thing you can do is body block people. It's better than using the spells. It's better than a stun. Mid lane.
FN.
All his mana gone. Has 3 mangoes though.
Oh yeah, so he does. And the clarity. But in comes Immersion. Got off the strength morph anyway. Attribute shifted up. And now he can heal very effectively.
What?
So they're doing a very good job just securing the runes for the mid Morphling, who needs mana to continue to dominate his lane. 300 gold in front of the Invoker. Oh, this should be an easy one.
Oh, super easy. Fata scouting out this tiny rotation, though, means that the cores and all the other lanes perfectly happy. And a 3k lead in net worth here from Mudgolems, even though the kill score is all tied up. You look at the net worth board. Leshrac, 4,000 net worth. Now moving on to Seneko to try and find a solo kill of his own. Rotations coming in. Milan and FN looking to try and get this catch. But
He's so dead.
Oh, 3-3. Cold snap onto that tower. And FN really making the most of this early Invoker pressure. While Dream misses the pounce on Milan. Fata's there, making sure that they don't keep converging onto the Earth Spirit. But it's the mid-tier one for Morphling, and Sven up top is just farming freely too.
Even with 2 deaths, Leshrac is almost on top of net worth. That's pretty impressive.
Middle tower is
like, he should be more careful, because, you know, you feel like, yeah, I did so much in the laning stage, but that means you're also giving a lot of gold to the enemies.
Mudgolems coming down bottom lane, but a good observer ward placed by Immersion. Will spot Milan, and they know that Morphling has left the mid lane now.
Very good ward. Will get denied. in less than 5 seconds.
Oh, well, they gave them the information they needed.
Yeah. Immersion will do the same thing. Milan places observer ward right after one of those got devorted. So if somehow they place a ward on the high ground, they will see it.
They sure will. Sven's having a great time. 5,000 net worth, Mask of Madness, Phase Boot's done.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Skitter still has that triangle wide open for him as the Bounty Rune is actually still standing there.
Dire's top tower.
Not able to put any pressure top onto the Slark. And in fact, Live to Win are just going to leave Slark top while they TP a number of heroes bottom to get on top of the Leshrac. Down to half HP, 3-3. He's been burst apart. The Pulse Nova's still going, but that's it. He's done. FN's on a killing spree. Wants Milan to kick back on Immersion there, and Skitter, he doesn't really want to stick around and fight this. He's got God Strength, but backs away.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Leshrac once again overextending, and that fight was without Tidehunter even using a Ravage. He's very farmed. Boots of Speed, Wand, full Meteor Hammer, level 8.
Gotcha!
3-3 Leshrac, TP straight back down bottom lane. Let's go again. Tier 1 tower, give it, give it. Level 2 Edict is all he's got though, as All Day initiated on by the Invis of Supreme. The God Strength of Skitter moving forward, but it's a tanky Tide with Heavenly Grace on him. Immersion in the trees, being pinged out here as the Tiny does get cut in on. Toss back Avalanche into the two of them, but Immersion's life is forfeit now. And the Tier 1 finally crumbles.
They needed one extra hero, like either Invoker or Slark to take that fight, but seems like Slark does not want to be taking any fights anytime soon. Going for Hand of Midas just completes the recipe. And on the mid lane, Invoker has that Urn of Shadows that we talked about, getting very close to the full Spirit Vessel, something that's going to do really amazing against the Morphling and the Enchantress. Enchantress doesn't even have a point in Nature's Attendance, so... But still, you have ways of dealing with the Morphling, which is what you need to have. Quick pause. That's the biggest lie, you know, just saying it's a quick. We don't know.
You don't even know it's a lie until afterwards either. It's like a preemptive lie. Slark has Diffusal Blade queued up, and I've not seen this in a while. We've seen the Midas into Silver Edge, the build like that, where you head into like a BKB or get Scardy later on. Diff Blade against Lesh, Morphling Sven, it seems alright, but it doesn't seem like game-defining.
Another way of mana burn on top of EMP against the Morphling, against the Leshrac just seems really good, and having the Diffusal Blade on Slark combined with the Essence Shift, so it just feels really, really good. More attack speed that you get means more mana burn equals more damage.
Infinite scaling.
Yeah. He might still swap things around.
Yeah, he's got that option. We'll see what the rest of Mudgolems get up to. So we're expecting pretty standard builds here. Looks like Sven about 800 gold away from Echo Saber with BKB queued up after it. So he's going to be able to hit that timing, you know, 16, 17 minutes in or so. Morphling with E-Blade after Dragonlance. Should be a couple minutes for him to get to that, as well as Greaves on Leshrac. So they're all converging towards that kind of pre-20-minute hit where they should all be incredibly tanky and outputting a lot of damage.
Yeah, you're still playing off-lane Leshrac, so you need to adjust your item build. You can't go for the greedy stuff.
Tank up the rest of the squad. Be that beefy boy as he smokes up with Sven and the Morphling. Swinging up towards the Slark up top. Milan's toying with him here, throwing the high fives. I think Dream knows something's up, though. 3-3 leading the charge. Sentries down. They give up their position. Slark had already retreated far enough away.
Look at this. They're inside the pit with this maneuver, you know, showing the Slark. They know where he is. Double damage Morphling with the Sven, who doesn't even have ulti. They take it down so quickly.
13-minute Roshan. Now a 5k net worth lead. hide, getting a Meteor Hammer hit onto the mid-tier 1. Slowed up by Fata, Skitter, and Milan rolling in. Good initiation, kick back the tide into the EMP. They won't want to fight there. Fata gets burned of all his mana, and Milan with a 4-man magnetize, forcing the Ravage. It's a good play by Old Afterlife. Milan rolls back in, and a Deafening Blast pushes them back. Milan, the one casualty of war so far, is they can't even kill the Tide Hunter. The rest of Live to Win on this high ground, the Avalanche Toss does catch them out, but no kills yet. As Skitter and Supreme focusing immersion, but wanting to run away. They don't have the Aegis on Sven. He's the one that's going to die here to the cold snap of the right clicks of FN. Finally, the Guardian Angel from the Radiant comes through. And immersion. No mana, can't toss. We'll just Avalanche Fata, and the Gush with the right clicks. Finish him off with a Tornado. FN with a double kill. That's straight out of Roshan and straight into feeding.
That was such a sick Ravage. He caught Morphling after the waveform and 2 other targets. Where was Lash in that fight?
Nowhere to be seen. He was top lane, wasn't he?
Like, they need Lashrak. He is the damage. This is actually the first target they want to take out. For Live to Win, of course.
Yeah, all that early game damage.
It's still a 4k gold lead for Mudgolems, even after losing that fight.
And they do have Aegis still on Morphling. They didn't lose it straight away. So a silver lining for them. But really great for FN Invoker in particular. Now top of the net worth of his team, Midas queued up. Did finish off that Spirit Vessel like you mentioned. So ways of handling the Morphling. Rolling towards mid, not connecting. They silence the Invoker. They can't catch him when he goes to walk out of there though. And Dust from Milan not connecting means that Dream and Old Afterlife all gonna run away.
So I had to check the item build on Supreme when they played against the Alliance the other day.
A tithe to the
same combination, Morphling plus Earth Spirit, something that OG showed the full potential of it. He didn't even get the Aghanim Scepter. Maybe he doesn't know how to play Earth Spirit.
Now your fish food.
He doesn't want to go for the double Earth Spirit plays.
Yeah. So you just go with the standard build, you know, like the Dragonlance, and then getting E-Blade just from some extra stats, cheap damage.
Try and hit that timing a bit earlier on.
When I say cheap damage, I mean Dragonlance, I don't mean E-Blade, because that's not really cheap.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It sure isn't.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Easy tower top though for him.
Radiant's top tower.
TPing down bottom as they want to set up another fight, but again, it's into the Ravage. A good roll from Milan. 2-man silence into the kick. Magnetoise catches the 2 supports, but the Heavenly Grace from that. Omni Knight keeps him safe until the Stormhammer lands. He's still pretty tanky though, and another hit from Morphling's required.
Look at where Afterlife is.
He's deep, yeah, and they've got Tornado. It slows them down, but they've still got Reveal, the sentry. They catch him.
They did not want to take that fight. Slark was not close, and he just wants to farm his Diffusal Blade before he starts joining a team fight. So I think FN should have just bailed. Like, okay, you're gonna kill our position 5. We're more than fine with that.
Oh, and they're more than 5 heroes.
Are really struggling with getting the levels. Same goes for Tiny. 2 times in a row. Like, not the ideal timing on a Blink Dagger. Like 2, 3, 4 months ago, we could have seen Tiny with, you know, 11, 12 minutes Blink Daggers.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That was when people were really exploiting all the wave drag backs and, you know, position 4s were getting a lot of farm.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And now there's quite a bit of greediness here.
Structures are fortified.
Because from Radiant's side, Tiny would like to be in the top lane farming, but Dream is soaking up all of that. Invoker and Tide are elsewhere on the map taking farm, so not really a spot.
Yeah, if Tiny was a real player, he would just use the Avatos on the lane, and it's exactly what he's gonna do. Waiting for the toss, does not want to consume too much mana. Getting very close, 300 gold away. Afterlife still in the same spot.
He is. Oh, Centaur Stomp. It was very, very close.
Cool down for like 0.1 seconds. When I clicked on it, it was just ready.
Yeah. It was incredibly tight there for the Centaur Stomp to come. Aegis reclaimed in, like 10 seconds.
Oh, these are some free stacks. And there's 10 seconds left on Aegis. Can they time it?
Oh, it looks like he's going to be okay.
Oh,
are they going to try and finish him off before it happens?
He knows.
It is super close. The DD picked up by Milan, and they were trying to catch him with the Tornado all the way in the back, but Aegis going to heal up the Morphling.
Under attack.
high ground vision now from Milan. Spots out the Slark.
That
Dream.
Such a big
Wanting to play forward there. And I do see that Milan Earth Spirit. Dream going to try and pounce away. 3-3s arrive with Fata, Supreme. Everybody 5v5 in the mid lane.
It's still very hard for Slark to go in. Like, even with the talent, 9 strength, Pupil's Gift, so makes him a lot tankier. And I see SNY being queued up by him, which is okay. I think the tankiness here is gonna win them the game. Like, if he gets SNY into BKB or into Scotty, I think that's a really good build, because you have ton of armor, ton of stats, and then you can be that guy that goes in and out multiple times.
Live to win. Smoking across the map, and they are going to collide with Skitter's Sven. They saw him. They know he's there. They pinged it out, but they want to move in instead towards the Morphling. But Supreme waveforms out. Milan rolls away. They still have the pounce in from Dream. Silence on the whole day. They do have Ravage coming. If only you could close the gap on them. But the delay tactics from Mudgolems hold the slot back, forcing out yet another Heavenly Grace.
It's such a tough game for Morph. Like, they are feeding him mangoes, Guardian Greaves to replenish the mana. I don't see where their mango tree is. Pretty sure not.
I was just about to ask you, like, when you said feeding him mangoes, I looked back in the base, there's nothing there. Oh, they've caught FN. Roll just about connecting, kicking him back into the waiting arms of Morphling, but Slark here with an Omni-Knight to save them up. Dreams in deep, and the Avalanche toss. Good amount of burst damage, but no finishing blow just yet. They've got the Heavenly Grace, but the Guardian Angel comes too late, and the magic damage burst from the Morphling finds FN. Dream, Midas is down the Centaur, and losing immersion as well, though, as Afterlife maybe trying to think about holding this high ground, but they're TPing out. They don't want to fight. Dream can pounce to the low ground, but he's being clapped by the Stormhammer, and he's got no real way of surviving this now. Heavenly Grace there from Suneko, but he's been burst down by the Pulse Nova. 3-3 gets a double kill, and Suneko, no mana for TP, grabs a bounty rune, but surely he's going to get found on his way out.
That fight was such nicely done by Mudgolems, where they isolate the Invoker. Omni-Knight does not pop the ulti straight away. Even if it does, I think they would still manage to bring him down, and they're staying away from the Tidehunter and the Slark, so pretty impressive, I would say.
Absolutely is, and now you've got this 21-minute E-Blade on the Morphling. That magic burst damage against this Invoker is only going to get worse for FN. And he's not going to go BKB, he's going for the Solar Crest. Kind of as expected to buff up the Slark, but if he gets spotted in a fight, he just dies.
Yeah, I think you need to start thinking about yourself, because there's a ton of magical damage, and Tidehunter, this is why I said that I would still prefer, you know, to have like full pipe, because there's a bunch of magical damage. Yeah, this Meteor Hammer is a good stats, the way you build it up allows you to farm a bit more, but still I don't see the real usage of it in a team fight, because eventually you're gonna get interrupted. Like, even if you use Ravage into Meteor Hammer, others don't even have a stun that you can combine with. Maybe like Tornado on Invoker, but you know, it's very hard to execute.
You cast the Meteor Hammer on yourself, then Tiny tosses someone onto you. That's got to be the that's got to be the play. Glimmer Cape onto the Tiny, ready with the blink. Avalanche toss, trying to catch the Morphling. Tornado's there for Stormhammer landing with a perfect roll from Milan, catching the Magnetize and the Ravage, holding back Mudgolems, but Sven has a BKB, bursting straight through the Ravage and finding the Invoker. Down goes FN. Mudgolems charging forward, and Slark, he's got to get himself waddling back to the base, while Suneko and Afterlife are sprinting back to that bottom lane. Mudgolems really are in control.
It's a tough one for them to take a fight, even though it was a 4 or 5 man Ravage. They already used Tiny's combo, Slark to half HP, so he can't go in. It's like, it may seem like a good Ravage, but everyone already used their spells and they needed to back off. Also Sven with the BKB, they have no abilities that pierces through magic immunity, so Skitter can do whatever he wants. Roche will respawn in a second.
He's up now. Skitter's already TP'd bottom. That's a big juicy wave to farm.
Radiant's top tower is under
And look at
attack.
this, they're finding tier 2 items 23 minutes in on Live to Win.
Oh dear.
That kind of says what kind of a game they're having right now.
Now a bit of a desperate smoke. Any kind of kill is worth it here for Live to Win. Hand of Midas used on the Hellbear mid, so Mudgolems probably know that something is amiss, and they definitely do now as Immersion breaks up the high ground ramp, makes the jump onto the Morphling, but the E-Blade, Adaptive Strike, Tiny dies. They're also going to find Soneko with a slow, and the damage from the Impetus hits. It's 2 kills in a row, and Mudgolems rule. Great roll from Milan. Does find the catch onto Slark, trying to bounce around and maybe body block up the pounce. Another roll connecting with a stun. Silence is ready with a Boulder Smash to go, and they've got so much control. 3-3's dominating, and Roshan, here we go. Mudgolems with a 10k lead now.
I think Milan misclicked. He tipped FN instead of Slark. Or maybe there's some beef, you know, when they play the pubs against each other. Or, I mean, there's more beef when you play with someone than when you play against someone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Has fallen to the dark.
So Morphling will go for that Aghanim Scepter upgrade. Let's see if he decides to turn into Earth Spirit. Maybe he turns into Sven, possibly. Like, Leshrac sounds fine. Double Diabolic Edict.
I could eat all.
Oh, yeah, that's real tasty. I'm just rolling around wherever he wants to. It always feels so good when on Earth Spirit you can just go Tranquil's Urn, Wand, BKB. First big item, BKB. Who's being adaptive struck? Oh, it's the Tiny. Oh, it was the Tiny. 404 and the amount of gold that Supreme will get from it.
Alright,
Tiny.
Don't look, Gary. Try to guess.
Okay, I'm looking in the database. What did 33 buy? So we had Greaves.
Yeah, and the next item is
Dagon.
No. Close.
Oh, that's the second time he bought this on his Void Spirit as well, didn't he?
Yes, he did, but that game was kind of over already.
What have we here?
2 games in a row. What's that item called again?
Well, what did you call it? The Sag and the...
Kappa and Sag?
Kappa and Sag.
Radiant's top tower.
Oh, it tanks him up, gives him a nice bit of extra heal. And of course, that Magic Amp.
Radiant's top
Tier 3 down, Live to Win. They've got to mount a defense. There's no way they can just give free lanes of barracks here to Mudgolems, because this game would end. And tossing the Morphling into the midst of them. Aegis still in hand, and they've got the adaptive strength. In comes the Ravage. It's on to 5 of them, but the damage is lacking. They just don't have anyone to pump forward that damage they need. Leshrac's tanky. Morphling's still alive with an Essence Ring. Sven's holding the BKB. The Meteor Hammer lands, sure, but they've lost their lane of Rax. Milan dies. The Meteor taking 3-3 low, but not doing anything to finish him off. Now the Guardian Angel comes. Okay, you pick yourselves all alive.
Guardian Angel, they need to go back in.
Mudgolems is running back. They've taken down the Rax and the blow up onto Dream. Half HP, waveform back by Supreme. In comes the Stormhammer. Immersion can't get any combos onto anyone. And Live to Win. They'll find 3-3 here, or will they? The cheese into the split earth, and Dream dead to the Impetus hit. Supreme's the one to get the final touch. No buybacks here on Tide or Slark. They've got 3-3 under the tier 4. The Deafening Blast kills him off with a Dire taking the claim. But Tiny now. Oh, Morphling. Very low on HP, but yeah, still has the Aegis of the Immortal. Soneko, waveformed upon, and Godlike now, Supreme Morphling. Really running the show. Glimmercape there. Trying to morph into strength. He'll succeed.
He did not manage to kill Morphling a single time. I think they're a bit disconnected who... You know, when they should go in or not. Like, there's this Guardian Angel and everyone starts to just run back while Slark is full HP, full mana. And there's also no real item progression on Slark. It's been a while since he got a new item. Like, with the Diffusal Blade, just got the casual Sag.
We're seeing this a decent amount, aren't we? Status resistance, HP regen with your Shadow Dance is pretty cool. Tanking up with the strength. Needs that BKB desperately, though. And Dire Vision all around that top lane sees perfectly what Live to Win are doing. So Mudgolems converging onto the bottom tier 2. Still, what, a minute and a half on Aegis. Sven, BKB, 8-second duration with God Strength level 3. And a shared Tango. Because, why not? 30 minutes in, shared Tango for Sven, you know. He's chill.
Nah, he's just keeping that, you know, in case something happens, he needs to cut down a certain tree
Radiant's bottom tower has
for the
fallen.
juke purposes.
Yeah, Fata's like, here you go, buddy. You can use this. I don't need it. Looks like they're ready to go high ground again. Smoking up behind Supreme, who is in Earth Spirit mode. Arcane Rune as well.
Alright.
Oh, here we go. Milan, Supreme, in we go. Double roll. Down goes Seneko. Beautiful initiation and execution from Mudgolem. One by one. Live to win will all come crumbling down as FN gets into the Ghost Wall behind his tier 4s. And old Afterlife does get a decent Ravage, but they just can't finish anybody off.
So,
Like,
they did not want to kill it. I think that was Omni Knight who dropped it. Just wants to have a buyback. He needs 22 gold, but they're not falling for it. And it's back in his inventory.
It's another tier 3. Oh, Morphling, he's ready, isn't he? He's turned into Earth Spirit. Quick little silence. Not going to catch the Slark this time. God's Strength for another 5 seconds or so, but there's the double roll. Great long-range initiation. FN's blown up with no buyback. That is it. Surely Live to Win. Down 3 heroes. Slark and Tiny left to their own devices to try and hold on to what remnants of their base are left by Mudgolems. There's only going to be scraps and crumbs and bits of dust as Seneko calls GG and taps out. Best of 3. 2-1 victory for Mudgolems.
Yeah, I feel like Live to Win get a chance to play Dota in this game. A couple of mistakes, like decision-making wise, when they need to take a fight, like the spell usage was not on point, and yeah, it kind of shows. Also, this is a type of a game where Guardian Angel does not get that much of value, because you have Enchantress with the Dispel, Stormhammer Dispel, you're playing into Earth Spirit